better hit that subscribe button.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of the internet, YouTube? I'm Freddy Fuego, Flamin' Hot Entertainment, MultiPlatGameTrap, the people's voice, and your favorite average gamer. Going to be doing a partial review on the DualShock 4. I've got some controllers here. This is the DualShock 3 for the PS3. This is the Ouya gamepad, and then also the Wii U Pro controller. Just wanted to do some type of reference points to anything. Right now I got them like even. It's about 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch height difference on the DualShock 3 to the DualShock 4. It's about a 1/2 inch wider, maybe 3/4 of an inch wider than the DualShock 3, and has a touchpad, has a PlayStation button, also has a headphone jack, speaker, and extension port for peripherals they're gonna do in the future, PlayStation button, and it also, just so you see, also lights up when you hit it. Goes different colors. I've seen red, orange, blue, and I believe green. Touchpad, it's clickable. It's do two, so you can do like pinch to zoom. Also, it has concave, convex analog sticks with a tight dead zone. What a dead zone is the give like this. I could jiggle a little bit before it actually starts putting pressure on it. Same thing with these. This actually has a tighter dead zone. This has somewhere in between this and this. And then you have the D-pad that's split up just like DualShock 3, but a little bit different, more mimicking the D-pad for the Vita, and has a very good ergonomic feel to it. It has slip resistant design and textures on the back, and it's charcoal gray and then matte black finish with piano black around where the buttons are. The buttons are closer together and more in better symmetry than the DualShock 3. They don't raise up as high as the DualShock 3s. And of course you have the square, triangle, circle, X. And this, what I use this is it's Control Freak, no, FPS Freak, a Control Freak, FPS Freak CQC, and it just pops right on top of there, and it doesn't hit anything. It works perfect. It's first-person shooters or third-person shooters. The other ones they have, the other design, I can find one, sits a lot higher. It sits a lot higher than there. And there you go. Say it right here. And it's about what it looks like. This is more for sniping. This is more for running and gunning. And they fit right on there. Right on the analog sticks right above it. Now, the difference between this one and this one is the whole design basically has changed. You have the share and the option button, which is the select and start, in the same order, select, start. PlayStation button is down here. It's no longer transparent. It's one solid color with the PlayStation logo on it. Turn these around this way. The part that you actually, this part actually is not, it's more rounded, and this is more, comes to a point, so it's harder to grip. It's wider. As you can see, the analog sticks actually are wider apart on the DualShock 4 than the DualShock 3. It does have the 6-axis, and it does have rumble technology. DualShock, that's where that comes from. And the triggers have been redesigned. See, the triggers here slope in and are very hard to grip, and these actually slope out and fit perfectly in your hand. This is the best controller fitting in your hand other than the Wii U Pro controller. And the Wii U Pro controller, I actually tend to favor the analog stick placement, because where your fingers, your thumbs naturally rest at are right on the analog sticks on this. But these have digital triggers, and on driving games, either you're going full speed or you're not. You got you got your foot on the throttle going full speed, giving it all she's got, or not. That's why I like analogs. These analog sticks, basically just like a driver, like a gas pedal and a brake pedal. The harder you push in, the more gas you're giving it, the more brake you're giving it. So these I tend to favor more. This has a 1,000 milliamp hour battery, and is said on the websites and the fact sheet that it does 40 hours just like this one does. Of course, you would expect it to, because you have power going to this touchpad, this clickable, and then the little speaker on top of that. It's got the headphone jack, so it's giving you audio into your ear. And I believe they're using digital motors for the rumble, and that's just an assumption. It's not fact. I'm just assuming here. This is very good. I've used it with my Mac. Wasn't fully able to use it because it only had partial use on Steam with Counter-Strike Global Offensive. I did use it with my Ouya, which is an Android-based micro console, and it worked good. Didn't have no problem. I played Tekken, not Tekken. I played Killer Instinct on the Super Nintendo with it, emulator. Whooped my wife's butt on that. I used DJ Combo and Cinder to whoop her ass, and she wasn't happy about it. A lot of people like the placement of these type of offset analog stick type thing for like the 360. These two controllers have a lot of things in common. For one, they both have trackpads right here. This is a trackpad, but it's not clickable. It's touch sensitive. You touch it in and it does it if you were clicking it. This clickable. So this is the first time I've ever seen was on the Ouya, was the trackpad on there. Also, the button placement is pretty much the same. The only thing these stick out more. Exactly, pretty much same, pretty much space, and these buttons are less of a circumference, smaller circles. But all in all, this is an epic controller. This is very good, very comfortable in your hands. When it sweats, it doesn't slip out of your hand. The D-pad is one of the greatest D-pads, other than Nintendo's D-pad's golden, especially for anything. It's good. It's just a great D-pad. Always have been. Nintendo's always done great D-pads, but this thing is just so good to play. I was playing some Mortal Kombat with it, and just really good. I like this. I like the DualShock 3 D-pad. This actually sits on a rocker. If you take it apart, there's a plastic piece that's in the shape of a T from left to right and down, and it rocks back and forth. This doesn't. There are individual buttons on there, and it's one piece of plastic that's cut into 4 pieces underneath this piece right here. My friend actually took it apart, and he did a custom kill zone, with the Hellgas symbols and the Vectin symbols on it, and it actually glows. It's blacklight sensitive, so it glows in the black light. But this thing is beast. I know for PC gamers, it would be awesome to use, because you could hook it up your PC via you have to use one of these. This is for my phone. It is a micro USB to USB cable, and this is for my Android phone. So it doesn't come with that if you buy just the controller, so take that into effect. The PlayStation button doesn't work, doesn't pull up the XMB on the PS3. It's obviously it's wired differently. Um, so it doesn't. If you're playing on the PS3 and you want to get it, you're always going to need a DualShock next to you if you want to go back and forth in and out of the XMB. Just use the extra DualShock. And what else? It doesn't sync up to the PlayStation 3 via Bluetooth, nor does it hook up to. I couldn't get it to sync up with my Mac via Bluetooth, but it works via the USB cable, just micro USB. So I don't know if that's for on the PC end. I don't play on Windows PC. I don't use a Windows PC, so that's left in the air for me. I can't actually test that. My stepdaughter has a Windows laptop. Maybe she'll let me use it one day, and I could check it out. It's great. As you can see, the light bar is actually sloped down, so when you're playing, you usually have it on. You hold your controller like this, and you set it on, say, like your knees or something, and light won't reflect on your TV, and works pretty good. I can't say too many bad things about. I can't say nothing really bad about this controller. My hand's very comfortable with it. I prefer this over the DualShock 3 on my PlayStation 3, and you have a very big advantage when you use this compared to the DualShock 3 when you're playing first-person shooters on the PS3. Everybody that I went up against in Battlefield and what else? Killzone, Shadowfall. I actually switched to the R2, L2 for the scoping and firing, ADS and down to sights and the trigger button. You know what I'm saying? And work really good. I always use L2, R2 on Killzone games. Just how I like it, I guess. Got used to it. So worked really good. Very, very responsive. Very quick to, going back and forth to go from L1 to L2. If I just was going like this, you can just wherever you touch it, it'll sink in and hit. These are very responsive. They got a lot of bounce back. The R3, L3 are my biggest complaints on the DualShock 3. I've broken the shit out of a lot of them. A lot of my controllers because of the R3, L3. It has like you press it in and then you press up and it's just like it feels like you're running over a speed bump. This one you could just go back and forth and it's nice and smooth. You could actually move it around and still hold the R3 or L3 in. So hopefully these last a lot longer than this one did on there. The innards have actually changed. You don't see little wires or anything like that. It's all done on a flat like flexi cable board going in where all the wires are done, and then you see the little soldering points when it's put to the motherboard in the controller. If you want to check out a teardown video on this or pictures and stuff like that, I'll leave links in the description for Twitter or whatever, wherever I can find it. My friend put it up on his channel. Skulls82, just go look in the description. He also, like I said, he does custom rapid fire, custom paint jobs, hydro dipping, anything you want, clear buttons and LED buttons, as you can see. There you go, LED buttons. And all these different LEDs, this changed, he did change the LED colors here. There's different LEDs in here. So, just take my word for it. There's a lot of LEDs in there. Actually, it doesn't really bother me too when I'm playing. When it rumbles, different LEDs go off and stuff like that. When I'm pulling the trigger, different LEDs go off. Visual cues. In general, I give this, as of right now, I give it a good score. I'm not gonna I can't do a full review. I don't have a PS4 in front of me. So as soon as I get that in my hand and be able to use it with the PS4 and talk about, the little features like the little speaker, how that sounds, how the mic, the voice chat sounds in here, Maybe even find out what this little extension thing is right here for. All that good stuff I'll find out when everybody else finds out, you know, getting a PlayStation 4 on November 15th. That's my birthday. So yes, I'm getting me a fucking black pony for my birthday. For all y'all people that like to call Sony fans Sony ponies, you know who the fuck you are. It don't really matter. I'm not a fanboy. You can call me whatever the fuck you want. Just spell my name right on the check. And that's it, man. That's pretty much it for right now. It's very good controller, man. It's very, it's even on the inside of what they did for it. Like you see, it was leaps and bounds and generations of how the tech that they put in it is very clean, simple, minimalistic compared to the DualShock 3. And remember that the DualShock 3 was just a DualShock 6-axis when it first started off, and they put the rumble back into it because people complained about it. This actually has all of that incorporated, and on top of that has the little click pad touch, you know what I'm saying? And this, I think they got from the little, they might have got this, some of that from this, you know. They actually had like a little part where you touch right here and do it. So, you know, I wonder if this will actually fit on this. Nope, doesn't seem to fit on. Right, but this works. You know, little keyboard that they have for PS4. I mean PS3. Sorry about that. But as you can see, I got a lot of controllers. I've used this a lot. I use all these a lot. I would lean towards more of these two. The only thing wrong with this one, it makes my ring finger knuckles hurt really bad after long uses of it for some fucking reason. But this, nothing. And this right here gets slippery when your hand gets sweaty. This is golden. This motherfucker is just a beast. I'll give you the full review when I get the PlayStation 4. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let's put these controllers aside, and you can see a quick comparison of the DualShock 3 versus the DualShock 4. Sits higher from there. And how this has indicators for 1, 2, and 3, 4, and the PlayStation 4 can, the PlayStation 3 can use 7 of these. This actually only uses, the PlayStation 4 only used 4, and the light on here will turn different colors for different number of users. So that's it, man. Hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, if you like my video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, thumb it down, whatever you think it deserves. Also, if you want to go check out my last 3 videos, links will be in the description, so go check that out. Remember to comment, rate, subscribe if you haven't already. Go check out all my YouTube partners. Links will be in the description. Join the Facebook group, but only join if you're somebody that's not a fanboy and that can bash and praise all platforms equally and are mature. We like to have fun and stuff like that, but I deal in facts and try to respect everybody's opinions. But our opinions are like assholes and everybody has one. So that's pretty much it, man. Thing is a beast. Everything works really good and feels solid in your hand, and the materials feel really good. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. Peace, love, and hair grease. Haters, keep on hating. If you haven't been doing it, you need to get gaming.
video, fool!